Over the last number of weeks, I have come across a few situations where people have put offers on properties. The offers have gone unconditional, or people have purchased the properties, have already settled. And when they went through the process of purchasing, they did all the checks, looked at the limbs, looked at the council GIS website, and checked floodings on the property was in the clear, and they had no issues with that. Only to discover right now, when they have settled or when they have gone unconditional, that the property is now within the flooding zone. What has happened? What's happening? So apparently over the last year or so, the council has gone through a process of reassessing the hazards in the Auckland Council region and reassessing flood zone in order to probably more from the perspective of building new houses than anything else, and changing the rules around that. So they have reassessed things and have now changed the flood zones. And in most cases, unlike the CVs that have dropped, in most cases, the flood zones have now increased. And many properties that a month and a half ago were not in the flood zone are now deep within the flood zone. If you have purchased a property in the last few months and this has changed, or if you own a property and this has changed, what are some things that you can do? Obviously, this is something that is new to everybody. The best thing to do would be to call the council, try and understand what's happening, and try and see if there is a way to reverse this, to maybe talk to somebody, reassess the risk and change it. Maybe the council will be open to that. Maybe you might need to employ a civil engineer to check on your behalf and then submit a report to the council. Right now, I have no answers. The first point of communication would be to the council. In terms of impact on us, on property owners, whether it's people who have just purchased or people who already own properties that were not in the flood zone and are in the flood zone right now. So impact comes in three ways. Number one, insurance. Obviously, being in a flood zone, insurance company assess properties at a higher risk, and insurance premiums might go up in price. The sellability of the property, right now there's a lot of fear, a lot of probably over paranoia about properties in flood zones, so it makes it slightly harder to sell properties, and there is a certain impact on price. So those are things that will need to be assessed or reassessed depending on the situation of the property. These are things that are new, and a lot of salespeople were not aware of this. I was not aware of it. A lot of owners are not aware of it. So it's something to investigate and research. Again, as I said, first point of call is council to understand what's happening, and if the zone has changed and you are now within the zone, give them a call to have a conversation about it and see what can be changed. If you have any questions that you think that I might be able to answer, give me a call, let me know, send me a message, and I'd love to help if I can.